The United States entered Vietnam mainly to stop the spread of communism.
This was part of a broader Cold War strategy called containment.
US involvement started with advisors, not full combat troops.
The number of American troops increased gradually over time. At its peak, over 500,000 US soldiers were in Vietnam.
Many soldiers were very young, often under 21.
The draft forced thousands of Americans to serve. Not everyone supported the war back home.
Protests grew across universities and cities.
The war became one of the most controversial in US history. It was the first war widely shown on television.
Graphic footage reached American homes regularly. This changed public perception of war. Many Americans began to question the government.
The Gulf of Tonkin incident helped justify deeper involvement. Later, doubts emerged about what really happened.
US military strategy relied heavily on superior firepower.
Bombing campaigns like Operation Rolling Thunder were massive. The US dropped more bombs than in World War II. Despite this, it struggled to defeat guerrilla tactics. The enemy was difficult to identify and track.
The jungle environment reduced technological advantages.
Search and destroy missions became common. These missions often had unclear results.
Body count was used as a measure of success. This led to pressure on soldiers and commanders.
Morale among troops declined over time. Many soldiers faced extreme psychological stress. Some developed what is now known as PTSD. Drug use increased among some troops during the war.
Returning veterans were not always welcomed positively.
Some faced hostility instead of support.
The My Lai massacre shocked the American public. It raised serious ethical questions about the war.
Trust in government leadership decreased. The Pentagon Papers revealed hidden information. They showed the war was more complicated than presented.
Public support continued to drop.
President Johnson chose not to run for re-election. President Nixon later introduced Vietnamization. This aimed to reduce US troop involvement.
American forces began withdrawing gradually.
Peace talks took place in Paris. In 1973, the US officially ended its combat role.
However, fighting continued in Vietnam.
In 1975, Saigon fell to North Vietnam. The war ended without a US victory.
It deeply affected US foreign policy.
The Vietnam Syndrome shaped future decisions. Military strategy was re-evaluated afterward. The war changed how Americans view government and conflict. And even today, it remains one of the most debated wars in US history.